Want to make a simple storage system for your Minecraft world? Well, today I show you how to make 3 easy storage systems that use copper golems, so let's get started. So in the last version, the 1.21.9, they released the copper golem, and with it we have new way to make storage system. So let's find out this new way. In this version they added the copper golem, which is very interesting because you can use the copper golem for store your items from the copper chest to your storage. The copper golem gonna take the items from the copper chest and put inside the chest of your storage. And this is very simple, as you can see. So right now the copper golem has finished to put all the items inside the chest. And you're probably thinking that it's gonna put all the items in the first chest that it found. But it's not true, because we can choose which chest it needs to put your items. Such as if you want to put the copper and the amethyst inside this chest, it's gonna put the items over there. So let's do a small test with an item. It's gonna take the item from the chest, it's gonna search here inside, but it sees that here in this chest there was already an amethyst shard, and it's gonna put the amethyst here. So the basics of the copper golem is that if inside one chest there is already an item and it found the item inside the copper chest, it's gonna take the item and put inside the correct chest. If we put an item that is not inside this chest and we're gonna put inside here the copper chest, it's gonna search inside the chest if it finds something, and if it doesn't find nothing, it's gonna keep the item, and this is a little problem. But if we're gonna put an empty chest, it's gonna see that the chest is empty and it's gonna put the item inside. So with this notation we can now make our storage system. As you can see here in the example, with the time the copper will gonna oxidize, and this is not a problem for the chest, but for the copper golem is a problem. So we can take the honeycomb and put the honeycomb on it, and in this way it doesn't oxidate anymore. And we can do the same for the chests. Let's talk about the first design that I'm gonna show you in this video, which is very interesting and useful if you just started a new Minecraft world, because it doesn't need a lot of things. So first of all, I want to say that it's not possible to stack chests on top each other, so we cannot make a storage like that, and we can only do a simple line of chests, because essentially the copper golem can't reach the second layer of chests. And the same for the third one, fourth one, etc. Okay, right now, here, this chest is our input. And here we're gonna put all the items that we want to store inside our storage. And as you can see, I already put some items inside the chest, just to show you that the storage works. So I'm gonna take one slime block, I'm gonna put inside the chest, and now the copper golem gonna see inside the chest if there is something, and he found the slime block. It's gonna take the slime block and search inside the chest. When he find the chest with the slime block, we're gonna put the slime block inside. But if we're gonna put an item that there is not inside the chest, what it can do? Simply, it's gonna take the item, it's gonna search on all the chests, and then it found that there is not the item inside, so it's gonna put the item inside the empty chest, which go inside this copper chest, and we can repeat the process for as many copper golems as we want. So we can start right now with a tutorial for show you how to build this simple setup. We are gonna put 3 chests in this way, a copper chest over there, a oak trapdoor or any kind of dropper that you want. Another copper chest over there. An upper that look to the chest. And a chest on top the upper. Now we're gonna take some temporary blocks and some rails. And we're gonna do this weird thing. Simply because we need to summon a copper golem and drop inside the minecart. Then we can remove everything, break the block under the minecart, and we're done. Just remember to put the honeycomb on the chest and also the copper golem. This was the simplest design, and we can expand this as long as we want. Moving on the second layout is more interesting because we can have different chests stacked on top each other, and is not very difficult to make. We can also put as many copper golems as we want, and if you put a lot of copper golem here inside, we can increase the speed of the storage system. So the idea about this storage system is exactly the same as the first one. So if the copper golems doesn't find the correct chest where it can put the item that you take from the copper chest, it's gonna put inside the empty chest, and then other copper golems try to search into other chest. So let's build this storage. We can put 3 lines of chests in this way. We can put the mud block, and if you don't know how to get the mud block, you can find it in the biome, or you can use dirt and a water bottle. Now we're gonna put 3 fans over there and twisting vines here. Remember to use the shears, block the growing of the vine, otherwise you're gonna have a very long vine and the copper golems escapes from there. So remember to use the shears. Now we're gonna put a copper chest over there, an upper here, and another chest over there. We're gonna put the glass on top of the fence, and we can put as many copper golems as you want. Okay. Right now the storage works, and you can choose to put any item that you want inside of the chest. Also, you can put unstackable items. The last design is the most difficult to build, simply because it also uses redstone for choose which items can go through the system, but also copper golems. The idea over there is that here there is a chest which is a filter of all the items that can go through this chest, and all the sticks that you see over here are all the slots where you can put different items. Here, for example, I use this chest for the type of log, but we can replace the sticks with any other items. In any chest that works as a filter, we need to put over here 3 stacks of any item that we want to allow us to go through the chest, 5 over here, and an empty slot over here. Now, this system is not very useful with unstackable item, and we cannot put unstackable items inside. Okay, let's see now how to build it. First of all, we need the input chest and 2 upper under the chest. Then at the 3rd block we're gonna put a dropper and 3 upper over here. If you want to reduce the lag, you can put 3 composter on top the uppers. Now we can put 5 dropper on top the first one, So we have a total of 6. A comparator over there, and a sticky piston here under the comparator. An observer on top of the sticky piston, and another one on top the comparator. Then we're gonna put a block here, a comparator, a sticky piston, another observer, and another on top the comparator. In this way we can bring all the items on top, as you can see. Okay, right now we are gonna leave 4 blocks, and we're gonna put the copper chest, a double copper chest if you want. We can remove the blocks and put the uppers. We can place composter on top for the reduced lag. Now we can put a glass block over there, glass over here, so 6 glass block here, another one next to the chest, and a copper trapdoor or wooden trapdoor if you want here. Next we're gonna put a line of blocks. We're gonna take the twisting vines again, and we're gonna put it over here, and then other trapdoors in front. Now we can close over here. Now we can put a double chest here. We need to leave 3 blocks, and we can put a double copper chest and 3 upper. Right now we're gonna put another line of blocks under here, 2 blocks over there, another line here, and another one here. Lastly, we're gonna put a line under here. Now we're gonna put all the comparator over there, redstone, and all the repeaters. Lastly, we need to put redstone torches here behind the block. Now we're gonna put all the chests here, and another line over there, upper over there, and we can repeat. Lastly, we need only to put the copper golems inside, and here you can put as many copper golems you want, but I found that 6, I think that is enough for the system. Here, from this copper chest, you can copy exactly this storage system and repeat as many times as you want. I want to remember you to put 3 stacks of items, 5, and then any kind of items that you want. Always remember to leave the first slot empty. Right now you have done your storage system. Lastly, I want only to say that if you're gonna build this storage system in a dark place, I recommend you to put some spotlight, like a frog light, or the glowstone, or a torch, or even a sea lantern. This is for reduce the lag. You're probably thinking, which lag? Simply the redstone. When you're gonna update the redstone, as you can see, now it's on and it emits light, and light update can make a lot of lag, so it's better to place some light spots for reduce the lag. You can use also torches if you want. Okay, this was a very simple video to show you how to use the copper golem for make your storage system, starting by the simplest to some storage system that can be very interesting. Which one of the 3 I would recommend you? Well, I would recommend you the first one if you just started a new Minecraft world, but if you want a very simple storage, you can use the second one. And the third one is for the people who likes a lot of the redstone and want to make a very big storage system. I want to say just one last thing, that if you want, with this design, you can stack this contraption on top of each other and make a bigger storage system. Simply by starting to place the mat over there and build the new layer over here. Okay, for this video is all. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one. Bye!